Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading for, this is your October bonus reading, actually. We're just going to jump right in here, Sag, and we are going to see what is going on for you in general this month. And actually, this is going to be a timeless reading. I'm going to take both of these cards since that one wanted to pop out. So I'm just going to trust that you will find it whenever you need it, and that's going to be that. But, Sag, let's see here. I'm using this new deck, and I realize now that it is super dark on the table for whatever reason. So, I don't know. Maybe you can see some of those cards. Maybe you can't. But I will show you close up anyway. So, that'll be that. But, I honestly don't even know the name of this deck. So, if you're wondering what the name is, I am not sure. It's some sort of shiny, radiant Rider-Waite. But you start off here in your first row with this promoter card. It says, a new idea project has great potential for success. And you have this helper card. It says, think before you offer help to set healthy boundaries. I kind of do get that. Like, I would just be careful of your time. You have the Ten of Swords as your first card here. You have 3 Swords cards, 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords. So again, I would just be careful with who you're giving your time, energy, and effort to, because you have that promoter card, and I kind of feel that it's saying that your time would be better spent on your own projects. You have the Judgment card here. Judgment is your own kind of inner voice, your personal vision for your life, and that's what I would be paying attention to here. You have the 10 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords. I'm not going to lie, I kind of get this feeling here, Sag, that you have surprised someone by bringing something to an end with this 10 of Swords energy. And sorry if you can't see that, if it's too dark. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Might have been a mistake to use this deck. I thought it was much brighter than it actually is. But anyway, you have the 10 of Swords here, and I kind of feel like it's saying that something would have been much better used. It's like you kind of see something as dead, done, over with is what I'm trying to spit out here. And it could be a relationship. You have the 7 of Swords, again, 3 of Swords. You have the 3 of Cups here. Could be like an ending to a third-party situation. I really feel that focusing on yourself is going to pay off big time. You have the 8 of Pentacles and the Empress coming up together at the end. I love that combination. To me, it's like putting work into yourself is paying off big time. Again, with the 7 of Swords, you could have been dealing with like a lying, cheating, stealing type situation. So you could have been dealing with a person who is a liar, cheater, stealer. And I definitely feel that energy here with this 7 of Swords. For others, I kind of feel this is talking about doing things differently. Again, everybody gets these cards of doing things differently. And again, I do feel it's a really good time to try new things. Like if you're starting a business or, if you're trying to make improvements in your business, I feel like it'll be a really good time to kind of like just try new things. You also have the 2 of Swords here. On the 2 of Swords, unfortunately, I chose to use this deck. Never used it on camera, and of course, you're not going to be able to see it, but there's a new island behind her here. I always say with the 2 of Swords, it kind of represents needing to go to the new island, needing to see what's behind you. Although it's not really behind her, that's really in front of her. That new island is really kind of in front of her. She needs to turn around, then it would be in front of her. Where she is sitting is where she has always been. So on the 2 of Swords, she's basically sitting where she has always been. And it's kind of like an energy of being stuck. But I feel this energy of needing to move forward here. Some of you, it's like, you have this open to discovery card. I love this card in this deck, the Oracle of the Sevens. But this open to discovery card, because it kind of says you're coming from darkness, you're leaving darkness, and you're going into light. So let's see where this is. An interesting reading, Sag. Let's see where this is going. With the 10 of Swords, you have the excitement card. I feel like you should be excited for new beginnings. Clearly, there's something is going to be very exciting for you coming in the near future. I feel there's like a lot of happiness as well. So there could be something that's about to make you very happy coming into your life here with the excitement card. And I also feel like a certain level of, not really like inspiration, but I kind of feel like you're more being called to something because you have the Judgment card. It's kind of interesting as well because pretty much every single sign, except for you, has had these cards of being inspired. I'm not saying that you're not going to feel inspired. For you, it just feels a little different. It's almost like you could be getting messages or communication or intuitive communication that leads to a new beginning. You have with the 7 of Swords, you have this Enterprise card. This is a card of like having a business or starting a business and being successful. So if you're doing that, I feel there could be a lot of success for you, obviously. It doesn't have to be a business, though. It could be you just kind of putting work, time, effort, and energy into anything. Could even be like marriage or a commitment. So whatever you're putting your energy into, I feel there's like a lot of success for you here. With the Two of Swords, you have the Rebellion card, again, kind of going against the grain with this energy. Two of Swords, she is maybe trying to compromise when there is no compromise, right? She is the card of kind of finding a middle ground, but there might not be a middle ground. There might, especially if you're like trying to please two people at this time, or if you're trying to please two situations, maybe the answer is you. Maybe the answer is to focus on yourself and get rid of the two people, right? Or whatever. So I kind of feel like some of you need to kind of take a risk to, again, go to the new island on the Two of Swords. Next, you have the Caduceus. It says you will receive news from afar. The Caduceus is like the staff of Hermes, represents communication. So I do feel with this, plus the Judgment card, plus you have the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Swords, there could be like some sort of truth coming out or just communication coming in from a distance, I feel. Could lead to love in the future. You have the Hierophant, the Three of Swords, and the Three of Cups. I definitely feel you've been through like a Three of Swords type situation in your life where maybe you went through a breakup or a separation. But I feel like there are some improvements coming in for you with this energy, or there's about to be a healing. The Three of Swords, and here's the thing, is that you have the Three of Swords to the Queen of Swords. This to me would represent some sort of understanding. I'm not saying that there were ever lies in this situation. For some of you, obviously. For others, maybe not. But it's like I feel you're discovering the truth, but the truth that you're discovering is that you need to kind of like start something new, or you're discovering the truth that you need to move on from a past situation and move towards something new with that Eight of Wands. You have the Hierophant here, and again, I kind of feel like something is divinely guided in your life. The Hierophant is an energy of the divine. He is the bridge between the heavens and the earth, so he kind of, brings the universe, heavens, God, whatever you want to call it, from heaven down to earth. He is also the communicator between both realms, and he is also the person who deciphers messages between the two. So I kind of feel like it's you. I feel like you are the one that is able to communicate kind of with the universe, or you're kind of like downloading messages at this time. I also do feel like there could be marriage potential coming in for you in the future. It could be an earth sign for sure. It could be a Taurus, could be any sign, general reading. But you have the Three of Cups. I kind of see this every single way that you possibly could see this. I feel some of you maybe were in a third-party situation, you've left, and now you're kind of like seeing the truth, and you're moving forward. You're focusing much more on yourself. Empress, Eight of Pentacles, like I said, that is a dope combination for personal development or for just focusing on yourself in general. I also feel there could be a reunion with a person, but it's like a past life person. I feel like some of you could be connecting with a person who you've known for many lifetimes, basically, here, Sagittarius. And I really like that. So let's see what is going on for you. With the Hierophant, you have this protection card. I feel like you are protected at this time. I almost feel like something's divinely guided in your life as well. Whenever I get like the Hierophant in a protection card, sometimes to me it represents where, we could have desires to start a business or to start a YouTube channel. But maybe your like dominant thought is that there's too much competition. Whenever you think that and you get like a protection card, it basically says something is meant to be in your life. If something's meant to be in your life, it doesn't matter how many people are doing it. If it's meant for you, it's meant for you, plain and simple. Again, this could be the same thing in love as well. It's like you could be attracting a person who you feel is like too good for you, but maybe they're not. And number one, but number two, maybe they're meant to be in your life, plain and simple. With the Three of Swords, you have the Romance card. Again, there's new romance. I feel like there's romance sweeping you away here with this Romance card. And again, it could be a Taurus coming in for you, but I do feel like there could be new love. If it's not love, again, clearly it's something that you're feeling called to. And either way, even if you are attracting love, again, I feel a very strong call from that Judgment card. And again, we're going to look into that in a minute. But I feel like that Judgment card is really like kind of almost like the universe is calling out to you. It could be through dreams or daydreams or even through tarot videos. Maybe you keep getting the same message or from like multiple readers or something like that. I feel like the universe is like saying, you need to move in this new direction, whatever it is. With the Three of Cups, you have this Authority card. For whatever reason, I kind of feel like this is saying the situation is being taken care of. So if you're like waiting to see a person get their karma or whatever, I feel this is saying that authority, meaning the universe is taking care of this situation for you, so wouldn't really worry about it. For those of you that are building a community, I love this. I've been encouraging people to build communities this year. I mean, really, you have until like 2025, but if you've ever wanted to build like, a group of people, like a following, a YouTube channel, if you've ever wanted to just like start a Facebook group just so you can talk to people who like to do similar things that you do, now is the time to do it. And there's a lot of benefits in doing this. It could be good for business, but you don't even have to charge money for this. You don't even have to make money from it, but you probably will anyway. That's why there's such a benefit to doing it. Next, you have this Open to Discover card. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, the Oracle of the Sevens. You can see here that it's like dark, but through the keyhole here, there's different colors and there's light and there's like trees and stuff like that over there. So to me, this is saying you're being called to something better. And I feel like you're catching a glimpse of something with that Judgment card. You can see how it's kind of like glimpsing through this keyhole. And I feel like you need to pay attention to whatever you're catching a glimpse of here. You have the Judgment card, the Queen of Swords, and the Chariot. Again, Queen of Swords could definitely say that you are like seeing the truth in a matter, or you're seeing how something actually is. And that's kind of like what I mean by catching a glimpse. It's like you're seeing things for how they actually are, or, whatever. I don't even know how to verbalize it, but I kind of feel you could be catching some information that kind of motivates you. And I get a very strong motivation here on the Chariot. I feel like the Chariot is talking about a victory in your life. I would also say, like, for some of you, I'm getting like, be careful of your car. Chariot can represent your car. So there could be some issues that need to be taken care of, but I feel like you'll be fine if you're dealing with something like that. But on top of that, again, I feel this is saying that you need to kind of like grab hold of the reins and take control and move towards something that is like destined for you in your life, especially with that Judgment card. You might be might all of a sudden have some ideas to like start a business, but you might be thinking, oh, there's too much competition. But again, I feel like this is saying, no, it doesn't matter how much competition there is. You need to get up and go regardless. And you also have the Judgment card, like I said, probably your most important card in this reading. Just I feel that intuitively. I really feel that there's a very strong pull. And it's almost like you can't help yourself, is what I feel here, Sagittarius. It's like the universe is calling you to do something, or you just have this, maybe you're just like randomly obsessed with an idea this month or whenever you're watching this. Again, this is a timeless reading for whenever you find it. And, I almost feel that it could feel obsessive, but not in a bad way. It's just like something, you can't get something off your mind, and I feel that's what you should move towards, plain and simple. With the Judgment card, you have this Originality card. Again, it could just be a very original idea. I love this card. This card is Mercury in Aquarius, and we're entering into the time of Aquarius. As I've said to everyone else, again, during the age of Aquarius, we all need to be our own little star. We need to practice our original ideas. So there's a very original idea coming in for some of you. With the Queen of Swords, you have this Riches card. I love it. It's like whatever you're doing is going to lead to quick success, because you have this card in the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is quick success. Queen of Swords is like got her hand out. It's going to be hard to see with these cards, but she has her hand out to the Eight of Wands here, as you can kind of see maybe on the table. I'm not sure if you can actually see those or not, but because they look pretty dark to me. But as I was saying, again, I feel like you're open to these riches. Some of you, I feel, could be attracting an Earth sign for sure. You have a lot of Earth here. So you could be attracting an Earth sign, or a person with a lot of Earth in their chart, whatever sign, doesn't matter. And I feel like they could be successful, could be attracting a lot of wealth into your life. With the Chariot, you have this Convention card. Convention represents the way things have always been done. And so, it's like there are certain ways that people can become successful in business, right? It's like there are certain rules in pretty much everything that we do that could lead to success. Whether we follow those rules or not is up to us. I've been encouraging people to actually move away from convention. With all the Aquarius energy, it really values originality. You have that Originality card, really values, kind of innovation. What I would say here is like 80% of the time I would do what works. The other 20% of the time I would be trying new ideas. This goes for everything that you're doing at this time. I would try to break away from convention, basically. Next, you have this Regeneration card. You have the Judgment card can also be a card of regeneration, is what I wanted to say. So a lot of you could be like resting, relaxing, recovering, or you could be experiencing some sort of rebirth here. I don't really feel it's a rebirth. I feel it's more, I do feel it's a rebirth in a way, because it's like you're stepping into your true power. And so you are being reborn here. And I feel you're gaining a lot of energy because of it. You have the Empress, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. I love two eights next to each other as well. Two eights pretty much to me says cause and effect. It says the energy you put into something is what you're going to get out of something. So there's clearly a ton of abundance coming in for you here with these two cards. Eight of Pentacles is one of those cards where it says if you stay focused and you put your time, effort, and energy into something, it will be returned. To me, it's a card of material success on the horizon. Basically, money or success, whatever you want, coming in the future. I also feel like you've been working on yourself a lot with that Empress. So all the work you've been doing on yourself, I feel, is starting to pay off. The Empress, and it doesn't matter what gender you are, the Empress can just represent a period of time where you're starting to get noticed. You're starting to get attention. Could be in any area of your life. Maybe you've been trying to make improvements in work or business or otherwise. And I feel you're getting a lot of attention because of the work that you've been doing. And this kind of feels like a light switch to me with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is something that's happening quickly or happening fast. So I feel like this change is going to be happening very quickly for you, almost like a light switch. But again, I feel this is something that you have earned. You've worked very hard for these positive changes in your life. And so I feel like they're coming in very quickly. And you have the Ten of Wands here. Again, Ten of Wands is very similar because he's been burdened by the work that he's had to do for a very long period of time, but he does the work anyway. He puts all his time, effort, and energy to kind of make things work. And so I feel like you've been working very hard for a very long period of time on whatever it is that you've been working on. The whole story of him is that he's about to reach his home that's in the background. So he's about to put those burdens down. He's about to have his harvest. And so I feel for a lot of you that you're about to have some sort of harvest in your life here, Sagittarius. Let's see. With the Empress and the Eight of Pentacles, you have this idealism card. It's blowing my mind here, Sagittarius, because every single person has had this idealism card this week or during these bonus readings. I really feel that this could be the Neptune and Pisces energy. With Neptune and Pisces, I feel we can sometimes be idealistic. We can think that things are going to work out better than they actually do, right? We can also get lost in the fantasy. We can start dreaming about something that we want to manifest, or we can start dreaming about a relationship we want to be in, and maybe it kind of mentally tastes a little bit better than it actually does in real life. But the whole point is with Neptune and Pisces is that we need to bring our ideas, our fantasies down to earth so we can try them for ourselves, right? And that's the whole point, is that we actually have to bring things down to earth. And some of these things we're not going to enjoy. Other things we're going to enjoy ever more than we ever possibly could have imagined. And again, that might sound a little clickbaity, but again, it's the truth. Because again, some things we're not going to like, some of our ideas, our fantasies. Other things are just going to totally blow us away, are just going to be better than we could have possibly imagined. But again, the trick with Neptune and Pisces, and the reason it's not clickbait is because it's like, for the most part, people don't do anything during Neptune and Pisces. Very lazy energy. So that's why I encourage people to like try things. It's like, yes, you're going to have a lot of failures. You're going to make a lot of mistakes. But again, the things you discover that work are just going to be amazing. With the Eight of Wands, you have the Seduction card. I feel like someone wants to seduce you, or vice, take it how it resonates. You might want to have your eye on a person that you want to seduce, but I feel like there's communication coming in here for you as far as love is concerned. Again, it could be an earth sign coming in for you. Earth is really standing out to me in this reading. Could also be a Gemini as well, or a person, or an air sign. You have a lot of air I'm noticing here as well. So like I said, take it how it resonates. But again, like I said, I would make sure it doesn't just stay in communication. Make sure that it actually becomes something real. With the Ten of Wands, you have the health card. Again, pretty much every single person has had something about health, so I would make sure to stay healthy. I would be careful of breakdowns. It's funny because I'm kind of looking at that Chariot card, and I said with the Chariot that there could be something with your car, but maybe it's not your car, maybe it's your body, right? So I would make sure to stay healthy. I would make sure that you don't get sick, that you don't get injured, or anything like that. I would make sure that you don't have like a breakdown of some sort. Just take care of yourself. Again, I'm not a doctor, so do not take this as medical advice. But before we move on, I just want to see, can we get more information about the health breakdowns, whatever? You have the Seven of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the Justice card again. Justice is pretty much your answer. Justice is cause and effect. It says, what you put your energy into with the Justice card is what you're going to get back. And Justice says, make sure to pay attention to cause and effect. It's like if you're doing things, right? It's like, how many times have you seen someone running down the street and you're like, wow, that person looks like they're in pain, right? It's like every time I see someone running, it looks like they're about to die. I'm like, okay, well, there are other ways to be healthy, right? There are other ways to lose weight or to exercise that don't make you look like you're about to die, right? I'm sure plenty of people enjoy running. Obviously, they wouldn't do it if they didn't. But again, I feel like this reading is saying if you don't enjoy doing something, there's probably something that you will enjoy doing with the Justice card, and this could be in your health. So I'd make sure to pay attention to those things. But A pretty simple reading here, Sag. So thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.